Owing to the pressure from Yellow Vest protesters, French government is set to announce the suspension of fuel tax hikes, which triggered massive unrest across country. Prime Minister Edouard Philippe is expected to announce shortly the suspension of taxes in what would mark President Emmanuel Macron's first significant U-turn on a major policy since taking power in 2017. The French government decisions comes following night-long deliberations on the issue. Suspending the fuel tax hike was one of the main demands listed by Yellow Vest leaders, alongside a higher minimum wage and the return of a wealth tax on high earners abolished last year. The so-called Yellow Vest protests, which started on November 17th, were focused on Macron's taxes on diesel, which the president said were aimed at combating climate change and protect the environment. Protests in Paris turned particularly violent, with the protesters defaced major buildings and avenues of the capital, Champs-Élysées, suffering damage. The demonstrations were given the Yellow Vest tag due to the fluorescent jackets kept in all vehicles in France. The protests are estimated to have cost millions to the economy. Over 40% of hotel bookings were cancelled due to protests, suggesting that the French tourism industry took a major hit. Our correspondent, Olivier, gets us more on this from Paris.
Well, all through the night, Prime Minister Edouard Philippe is apparently said to have had emergency meetings to discuss the measures that he would take. It followed a full day of meetings on Monday, where all 16 people from the opposition parties were invited to the Prime Minister's residence to discuss what measures they believe should be taken. The impact to the economy has already been huge. The Hoteliers Association told us yesterday 40% of hotel bookings have been cancelled or are down on what was usual for these weeks leading into Christmas. This is usually the busiest time of year for retailers. The Retail Association saying profits are down between 20 and 35%. So there are some key questions still to come.